Levenger's interview, it clicked off and we didn't hear it.
Well, as long as that one keeps running.
Okay.
I mean, both of them are...
The end was the best part, too.
Yeah, no, we got the full length of... That's why I have 2 running.
Okay.
That way, I've always got a backup. So, anyway.
I'll listen for the click.
Well, and I'm going to set my timer to 19 minutes. And so, if... I'll call up and remind Goldie as well. Because sometimes you get into it and you just forget. And you're on.
Right.
Hold on. Okay. That's... Yeah, okay, you're good.
Okay, should I do like an intro or just dive in?
Just get started.
Alrighty, Katie. Let's start with the first base questions, okay? When were you born, or where were you born?
I was born on October 29th, 1996 at Fort Lewis Air Force Base in Washington.
Nice. Where have you lived? I know you've moved around a lot. Can you tell me like all the states that you've lived in?
It's a long list, but yeah. Washington, Colorado, California, Tennessee, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, Wyoming.
Did you go Oregon?
Oh, Oregon! And back to Nevada next month.
Woo. How long have you been settled here in Lincoln City?
4 years.
4 years. Alright. Now, what about your life do you think makes you different than the average TAF student?
I'm kind of a straight-up honest person to most people.
I agree.
Kind of mean about it sometimes, but it's honest. Honesty hurts a little.
What do you think makes you that way?
I don't know. I'd like someone to be honest with me, so I'm honest with people.
Right. Were there any events in your life that stick out that you want to tell anybody about?
I don't know. I guess my move to Oregon.
How was that? Was that like how? I'm trying to word this. Why would you? Why does that stick out for you? Like, what kind of emotions? What kind of?
My family's here.
Your.
My family, and then I met new people like you.
Yeah. So when you were moving to Oregon, your family was already here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of family, tell us about your family. Your brothers and sisters, your mother, father.
Okay, my mother and father got divorced like 6 years ago. They're on and off together. It's really weird.
Are they?
Yeah. It's so weird.
How does that, is it just weird to you, or do you think it has affected your life in a positive or negative way?
I don't think it's really affected me. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. They're like a high school relationship. It comes and goes.
A high school relationship that's lasted how long?
20 years.
And what about your brother and sisters? I know you've had a lot of them.
Yeah, they all go to college. I have a brother and 3 sisters.
What are their names?
There's Michael, and there's Sarah, the oldest, Jessica, the second, Melissa, and then Michael, and then I'm the youngest.
Baby, like me.
Yeah.
Any other close people that you would call your family, even if they're not blood?
My 2 best friends, Sierra Kennedy and Michaela Downs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And any like aunts or uncles or anything like that that have affected your life?
Not really. No.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of them. They just...
Yeah. Do you have any relationships with your family that stick out? Like, are you really close with one particular sibling?
Yeah, I'm really close with my brother.
Michael?
Compared to everybody.
Did it affect you when he, had to move away? When you had to kind of learn to live without him?
Yeah, a little, but I see him like every week, so can't really get rid of me that easy.
How did the people you associate with affect your life?
Well, the people I used to associate with kind of affected my life in a downwards way. But I changed that and met new people like you, and they changed my life into a better way. They got me out of things I shouldn't be doing.
You don't have to name names, but can you describe your relationships with the people who kind of pulled you down? Describe, kind of tell us a story about,
They kind of get into bad situations, like prison, drugs, sex, alcohol.
did you get involved in those things?
Not all of them, but
Not
some
all
of them. I've never been to prison, and I hope I never am there.
Prison is not a joke.
No.
Okay. What do you think was the biggest mistake you've made in your life so far?
No, like, I guess with my grades, I kind of, once I got into, like, high school, my grades dropped. I used to be a straight A student on the honor roll every year.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe getting involved with the people who pulled you down may have affected that?
Yeah, but now, like, I'm trying to get on track and get back up there, and the people that I'm with now are helping me with that.
Sorry, did you?
That little microphone. Right
Oh.
there. Yeah, she's sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay. Do you think that's been recording?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It'll just be more clear when she puts it on.
Can you do that?
No. I didn't hear please.
Please?
Now there's a not cough that way.
Why do you look at it as a big mistake, like falling into the wrong places? Why do you think that's gonna affect your life in the long run?
Because the past always gets brought up nowadays. There's always that one person that's there that knows something. They always bring it up.
So do you think it's just, do you think that that's just gonna be kind of shallow like that, like people are gonna bring up your past and talk about it, or do you think it might affect the way you live your life, like with careers or relationships or anything like that? Do you think it's just gonna stay in the past?
I don't know. I think it'll stay in the past, but somehow, like, just maybe, like, emotionally or something will just, like, phase me.
I understand, yeah. Are the things that you've mentioned, like falling in with the wrong people and doing the wrong thing, is this something that a lot of people know about?
Yeah. I'm
Did you,
pretty sure a lot of people around here know that.
Is it because you chose to tell them, or did they hear it through gossip?
Both. Pretty much how it works in high school.
So did you how do you feel about people like spreading things about you?
It used to bother me, but now I'm just used to it, so I learned to ignore it. It's really nothing that phases me anymore.
Yeah.
And I have those people that are always there for me when it happens.
Have you what kind of changes have you made to avoid repeating the mistakes?
Well, I've gotten away from those people. Pretty much have nothing to do with that life anymore. I've grown up and matured from that. So, I don't really know how to put that.
Who do you think, like, the one person who's helped you the most through the tough times?
You?
Can you describe your relationship with me a little bit? As if I was not me.
Okay, there's a wall. We're good friends. We met in freshman year, or no, 8th grade year, in foods class. We started talking then. We realized we were neighbors, literally next door neighbors. We didn't know. We started talking, became friends, and we became good friends, and now we're like best friends. And then you helped me get through a whole bunch of things, and then I helped you. We were just there for each other.
That's good. Do you describe yourself as an emotionally strong person?
Yeah, but around certain people I can break. Like, just cry.
Yeah.
I'm really not a crying person. I hate crying.
Yeah, me either. Do you think maybe sometimes, I know a lot of people do this, I'm not like directing this right at you, but do you think sometimes you mistake being emotionally strong for being a little bit numb?
I've never heard of it that way. I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea.
Because sometimes people, when they think they're just like not letting things faze them, they really just kind of shut down when
Getting
certain things
attacked
happen.
by it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, sometimes, but then those people that are around me realize it, and they help me get through it.
What do you think? What do you think made you so strong? Like, is there a particular event you can call upon?
I don't know. I think just for my parents getting together and breaking up all the time kind of helped me with my emotional feelings.
Mm-hmm. Where were you living at the time when they got divorced?
We were living in Washington, but then like 6 months later, we all moved to Nevada
So
as a family again.
So they got divorced and then decided to keep it together for the kids, kind of.
Yeah.
So were they divorced and then still having a relationship?
It
Okay.
was just like, hey, you want to get divorced? Yeah, let's get a divorce. Hey, you want to get together? Yeah, let's get together. High school relationship.
I guess so, yeah. So, do you think do you think your parents and the way that they treated each other and is gonna maybe affect the way you treat romantic relationships?
No, because I really don't look at it that way. I kind of I treat people the way I want to be treated most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Until sometimes I get really frustrated and I get like anger tantrums. But no, I don't think so, because I've seen the way it ended up with my parents, and I don't want to end up like that.
Yeah. So you think maybe you'll learn from their mistakes instead of following in their footsteps. Right. Is there anything you wanna tell us a story about? Is there anything you wanna add?
No,
Right now?
I'm not too sure.
We might be done.
Can I ask you a couple questions? Is
Yeah,
that
of
okay?
course. That's totally fine.
Sorry.
That's what you're here for. Would you
So-
like some tea?
No, it's okay. Thank you though. So you said you moved around a lot. That's because was your dad in the military?
No,
Sorry.
my dad's job did involve moving a lot, though.
Oh, okay.
Like he got promoted from his job to like the boss, and then kind of like the CEO, and then so we were around a lot.
So do you think, because I don't know you super well, but you come off as a very tough, strong person. Do you think that moving around and not having the same friends that's kind of how you protect yourself?
I don't know, maybe it could be the way I guard myself. Like, I really don't let things get to me, but when they do, they really get to me.
She's a tough nut to crack.
A what?
A walnut.
Walnuts that taste like bleach.
They're woody. I don't like them.
Usually when people are tough and strong like you, they've had to overcome something big in their life. Something big has happened. Whether it be a divorce of their parents or a loss of somebody or, you know.
Or even just internal emotional struggle.
Yeah. So is there something big that you had to overcome?
I don't know. There's, I guess, just my parents getting together and back together, breaking up all the time. And, like, the only person that really kept the family strong was my grandpa, and then he died, so.
When did your grandpa die?
When I was, like, 5. But he was the only one that kept the family together.
And so you're moving next month?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm excited. I'm glad to go back.
So where you're moving to, you lived there before?
Yeah.
And you have good friends there?
I don't really remember anybody there, but I liked the area. And I'm gonna, like, do homeschool there and work, so.
Oh, okay. Where in Nevada are you moving?
Reno.
Oh, okay. And you're going to homeschool and then
I'm, just gonna
Or do it
not go to
homeschool.
another school.
why?
I don't want to deal with more people again. I've gone to so many schools, I just don't want to add on
And I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. But I kind of see you as someone that's like over high school and the drama and the stuff that happens, and you get really irritated, frustrated with people, like your parents' relationship, high school relationship.
Yeah.
But
I really just hate drama. I had enough of it last year. I just kind of want to get past it, and people here really don't see that. There's a lot of drama at this school.
so moving away is like a fresh start.
Yeah.
Too. You're excited for that.
Yeah. Very.
So what do you do for fun? I've only seen you as someone that's really tough. I haven't seen your fun, soft side. What do you
My
like to do
fun
for
side
fun?
is tough.
No, I've only seen
I
you
do
as tough.
MMA.
You oh no! Oh wow. Okay. So what's your draw to that?
I don't know, I just like releasing my anger, and other people get to release their anger, and it's just a way we can do it without, like, getting in trouble or really hurting somebody. Like, we're hurting each other, but for, like, the same reason, and it's not, like, actually, like, it's just kind of a mutual thing. It's not like one person doesn't want to do it.
You go to like a gym and you
Yeah.
train and wow. So is it your goal to do something with that in life?
I don't know. I don't think so. Just, you know.
a hobby.
What's the best part about it, doing MMA?
I don't know, I just like releasing my anger.
Like
and
by
all of my frustration.
like a punch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I feel it hit something else, I'm just like, good.
So before you got in like a structured MMA, is that how you released your anger? Hitting things like walls, people?
Yeah, I used to get in a lot of fights
Yeah.
at the school too. But I kind of moved away from that, realizing that it wasn't good for me or the other people.
Oh yeah, wow. And now with MMA you can kind of channel that.
Yeah.
When did you realize that?
I got into a fight with a person who was actually really close to me, and we were like best friends, and then it made me realize how much it was actually affecting my life. So I kind of stopped, and then switched into something that could help me.
How do you think it affected your life?
My life, or,
You said you realized it helped.
yeah, like, I realized that fighting people or getting in arguments and just kind of being snobby was making people think I was a bad person and just making people be afraid of me. But after, like, I quit doing all that, I made good friends and people who actually know me.
And saw the real side of you.
Yeah. But
Under
yeah.
that layer of protection that you have over yourself.
Yeah.
What are you trying to protect? Why do you have that wall to so many?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just something there.
Has it always been there?
I guess so. I don't know. I've always kind of... I've just felt like there's always something I need to, like, prove.
Give me a little more. It doesn't quite make sense.
Like,
it makes sense to you, but I'm trying to catch up with you.
do you know what I mean?
I can really understand that, yeah. Like putting up the wall, you know, I do that too, like putting up the wall to kind of protect yourself.
Kind of hide your feelings from others.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of putting a guard up.
Yeah, like you may do it by, or you at least used to do it by fighting and seeming really tough and making people afraid of you, and I just do it by not talking.
But what is that driven by? What do you not want people to know?
I'm not sure. Maybe that I'm actually a person, you know, actually have feelings.
Yeah, you actually have feelings and flaws, which is scary to a lot of people.
It's like you know what I'm thinking, and then you word it to where I know what you're thinking.
I'm actually you.
Creepy.
The same person. My name is Tyler Durden.
It's like Freaky Friday.
Wouldn't that make me your mom?
Yeah. I don't know, I couldn't think of one where they cloned and they were the same person.
I think that's pretty good. Well, but,
How's it going to be when you live with your best friend?
I'll visit, because I have family here still,
Yes.
so.
I'm gonna check the camera really fast, make sure that's.
It's you're just right next door. I've always had a best friend who was right next door. Like in my old town, I could walk like half a block and see my best friend since I know since first grade. You know, like it was like all out of love, so lost without you. Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I literally watched it.
We can Skype. I'll visit.
We can't play Mario Party on Skype.
Yes, we can.
So even with like, you know, something like this and you're protective, I mean, in that inside layer, once you get past this, like, you're sad, but you don't want to let her know you're sad or that you're going to miss her. You're like, it's okay, we'll Skype, you know, like.
I'm gonna miss her,
You-
and she knows it.
You don't like feeling sadness though.
I really don't. I hate crying, and I hate letting people know that I'm not in a good mood. Like, I hate showing the fact that I'm down sometimes.
Because then it makes you look
Weak.
and you don't want to be weak. Because,
I don't know. I've kind of just grown up with strong people, so I want to be strong.
your parents, are they strong?
Yeah, and my brother and my sisters.
So it's really okay to be weak is the thing. Like, I don't know. I've kind of had to own up to that, and own up to the fact that I not only am I not mentally strong, really, but I'm kind of more on the weak side, and like I was saying, that's a lot of the reason why I keep that wall up like you do.
I can be weak just with certain people, just not with everybody. It's kind of a limited thing.
Like, see, like even me, I find it a little bit hard to really get into you unless it's like unless it's a really tough time for you. Then I can't really get into what you're feeling.
Yeah, there's always one person I could tell something to, but sometimes I just keep it to myself. I just can't express it.
I get that, yeah.
Sometimes when we have emotions, whether it's happiness or we're sad or anger, and we don't let ourselves feel it, even if you don't do it in front of other people, it comes out in other ways. Whether it's
That's why I write
overeating
poems.
or anger or beating or writing poems, you know. It's good to write poems. What do you write about?
Just everything. I have a whole bunch I actually wrote for Mr. Howe. Most of them are like about life in general. And then I wrote one about a fight I was in for MMA when I lost to someone who was incredibly big. It wasn't fair. So I wrote a poem about it and about how, like, it was just expressing feelings but through different words. Like, you'd have to know me to know that it was actually about my life. But if not, it would just be about some fight.
I think that's kind of cool how your two outlets are so far on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the MMA, and you have poetry.
I know. I go for tea after training. I do.
You ever drink your tea? I'm offended.
I sip it. I can't drink it fast. It's hot.
It's not even hot anymore.
This is.
So if you wanted to tell people one thing about you, something that you wanted people to know that they don't know, what would you tell them?
I guess I'm not really a bad person. And most people just like, they find out that I was in fights or about my past or I'm in MMA and they automatically think I'm a bad person. But
If you're not a bad person, what are you? Tell us what you are.
normal? I guess. I don't really know what normal is.
Well,
But
you're far from average.
sorry.
I'm not saying you're less than average. say more.
I don't. Thank you. I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't know. I really not as scary as I might seem. Like, people think it's intimidating or something. It's just, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit a punching bag or someone else that signed up to get hit.
I don't know. Looking at how people, like, the things that I've heard said about you and like how people tend to look at you. Sometimes I think that people kind of single you out. Like, a lot of people around here act the same way and get treated a lot differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of boys who are in MMA and who get in fights and who have a messed up past, you know, like, they get treated with respect, and then, like, people think it's okay to not treat you with respect. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I guess so. I can see how they look at it, though. It is kind of different thinking of a girl fighting for fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really for fun, though. It's like stress relief.
Mm-hmm.
People use a little balls. I use a punching bag.
Or a big burly man.
I know.
All in all, Katie's awesome. That's what I want to say.
Thank you.
Good job. You guys did awesome.
Anything else to add, Vicky? Anything else to add, Katie? No?
Good job.
Thought we can.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I'll do it. I'm not good for that.